Hi guys, Ronnie here from the Biochemist, and today in this little video I will show you how to untwist a skein and how to boil it into a cake or a bowl for it to be ready to use. This skein is for my own personal use. I dyed it a couple of months ago and it's a alpaca cashmere silk blend. It's a standard skein. I twisted this into a skein. I showed you in a reel yesterday how to twist a skein if your skein might fall apart and you want to tidy it up. But now I'm going to show you how to untwist it and make it ready to use. First thing you want to do is you go to the ugly side where the skein is fixed together and you gently pull the two ends apart. And then you're just gonna gently release it and make it just a long twist. And you will always see with hand-dyed wool that it's got these 8-shaped little pieces of yarn holding the skein together. Now this is to prevent the yarn from tangling while it's being dyed. And most of the standard skeins come to the dyers ready fixed, and most skeins have at least 3 of them which isn't attached to the actual skein and 1 of them which is. So let's identify them. Here we have one which is just 2 strands of yarn knotted. This is not attached to the actual skein, so you guys can cut it anywhere. Here's another one. Again, just 2, not attached to your skein. Another one in the back, again, just 2. And another one here, which is also just 2. Yeah, and then we've got this. I'm just trying to count if I missed any. I think we've got them all. So see, with this skein here, it appears that 3 of the ties are not attached to the skein, they separate, and the third one is probably just the ends. It doesn't really matter if they do it this way or they do the little tie and the skein together. It's just easier to identify which is the end of your skein when there is a 4 tie, because in that instance you can see, because it's 4 different little strands tied together in a knot, it's easier to see that that's the one where your skein is going to start. But absolutely no harm done cutting these either way. But before you cut them, I strongly advise that you fix your wool either on an umbrella if you have one. And I really recommend buying one because it's so inexpensive and it's going to make your winding experience so much easier. Or if you don't have an umbrella, you can place it either on a helpful family member's arms, or if you don't have any volunteers to help you with winding your skeins, you can do them on the back of 2 chairs. Now, because I know that many people don't have umbrellas, I'm going to demonstrate this on the back of 2 chairs. So, I have my chairs and I turn them with their backs to each other with some room. And then I'm going to bring the skein over here and place them over the chairs. And then I'm going to pull the chairs apart just enough so that the skein is nicely sitting over them, like that. Now comes my beautiful little scissor. I'm going to locate the little tie and cut it just under the knot. Then I will gently pull where it sits and untangle it. Now, if it comes away like this, that was just a tie, it can go straight to the bin. I go over to the next tie. Same again, I pull it up, cut it just under the knot, gently untangle it, and because it came away, can go in the bin. Third one, cut, untangle, pull out, bin. And the last one, I suspect, is going to be my actual yarn end. Cut it just under the knot. And when I try to pull it away, it doesn't. So this is actually part of the wool. So here's one end, and here's the other end. You can choose any of these to start winding your skein. And the best way to do this, if you don't have anyone to help you, and you don't have a wool winder, I show you this really inexpensive one. I think it was something like £8 on eBay, and it works just fine, although you can get a really nice Knit Pro one for like 3 or 4 times as much, which probably winds neater skeins. But for the purpose of using it, this worked perfectly fine for me over the last many, many years. So you can either do it with this, which will create a cake, or you can do it with your hands. And in that case, I usually just like to stand over my chairs and just wind it like that. So I just pick one of the ends, the other one I just let dangle. Pick one of the ends and I start winding and gently agitating the skein, shaking it as I go, and wind it round and around. It's a bit hard on the shoulders, but it works. Or else, I set up my little wool winder on the other side of the table, which I will show you now. Distance helps with these things. I get my yarn and fix it into the winder. There we go. And this will be the end that I can pull from the middle, which I really like to do. There we go. The start is always a little bit hard, and then you start winding. Now, this is harder when your yarn is on the back of the chair, because it's not gonna just flow nicely. So I will now show you why it is super good to have an umbrella. So this is the umbrella. This is also a very inexpensive metal and plastic umbrella. You can buy beautiful wooden ones for probably twice as much. I think this one cost me about £20 off probably Amazon, and I really like it. There was never any issues with it. It fits to my table. I can turn it in different directions. I can lower it or raise it as much as I want. It's practical. Turns the way I need it to. So what I do is, I'm gonna go a little bit further away so you guys can see. I will lift my skein gently off the chair, and I will carefully lift it over the umbrella. And then when the yarn is on the umbrella, I will pull the umbrella up, because if it's nice and tense, it just flows better. There's less chance of tangling. Now you can see that the yarn is on the umbrella, attached to my winder. I'm going to start turning the winder, and you will see how easily the umbrella just turns the way I need it to. And every time there is a little tangle or snag, the umbrella will stop turning, turns the other way. It almost like detangles itself. And I can do it as slowly or as quickly as I want, and it just takes a few minutes. Yeah, so this is winding skeins with help of an umbrella and a wool winder. It's creating this really cute little cake. I highly recommend buying these, guys. It's really not such a big investment, and if you're using hand dyed yarn a lot, it will make your life easier. But I will mention here, I don't offer winding skeins as part of the service, as part of the yarn buying experience. But if any of you ever wants to buy a skein from me and you absolutely loathe winding your own cakes, please just send me a message. I will be happy to wind it for you and send it wound in a ball. Don't let that stop you. I would really hate it if your hate for winding your skeins would stop you from the experience of knitting and crocheting with hand-dyed wool.